Interface Video presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Game of the Week. Brought to you by Dagger Long, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield Federal, Buckeye Toyota, Fairfield Medical Center, Buckeye Lake Marina, Personal Touch Party Rentals, Fairfield DD, North Body Shop, Fairfield County Adam H., The Carriage Company, The Savings Bank, Sheridan Funeral Home, and ExploreHawkingHills.com.
For the first time in the 17-year history of the Fairfield Christian Academy football program, they will play a true home game. Good evening, everybody. I'm Jared Stewart alongside Tim Shoemaker. Welcome to tonight's Interface Video Productions High School Football Game of the Week. We are at Fairfield Christian Academy for Mid-State League Cardinal battle between the Knights and the Grove City Christian Eagles. Let's jump right into it with our pregame show brought to you by Personal Touch Party Rentals. Carol and Eric Whittington would like to invite you to stop by Personal Touch Party Rentals and events in Lancaster. They're a small family-owned business and have been serving the Central Ohio area since 2003. They would love to help plan your next event, all with the personal touch. Stop out and see their showroom on Hubbard Drive in Lancaster. Tim, let's jump right in, talk about these two teams. As always, you got a chance to talk to the head coaches. Lots of excitement for both these programs, namely for Fairfield Christian opening up a brand new facility tonight.
Absolutely. It brings a lot of energy, and it's an excitement in the air that we haven't felt really in a lot of places for a long time like this. The thing that's very interesting is that for Fairfield Christian, Jared, they were the league champs last year.
Yeah.
And they won their first playoff game ever in the history of the school. So they're coming back, and here's your first league game along with opening up your new facility and everything else, and a game that they won last year with 1 second to go on a field goal. I think we're in for a doozy.
Let's bring in the third member of our broadcast crew, Marion Royster, who's down on the field. And Marion, the stands are packed on the home side as well as the visiting side. This is a series that GCC leads 9-8. What could be the key tonight for Fairfield Christian to even that up at 9 games apiece?
Well, I think the key, Jared, for Fairfield Christian and for Grove City Christian is really just to take care of the football. Both teams have been kind of prone to some careless mistakes, fumbles, just turnovers in general, that both coaches really want to clean up. So that's going to be something that they really want to hone in and just sharpen up and make sure they take good care of the ball. And also for Fairfield Christian, just honing in on this energy, just really kind of harnessing that to try to use this the first night in the new stadium. They're excited. The crowd's excited. Everything they can use, to keep this to their advantage, they're going to try to do this evening.
We've had this one circled on our calendar for a while. This is one that everybody's been looking forward to. Beautiful setting here overlooking Memorial Drive, right beside Fairfield Christian Church and Fairfield Christian Academy. There you see it, 81 degrees at kickoff tonight. And Tim, you couldn't ask for a better night to open up a brand new facility.
It's wonderful. And, as the sun sets here within the next hour, it's going to be absolutely perfect. We have a breeze coming through, no humidity, Jared. Friday night football is real now.
As we go through the night, we'll have some history of this Fairfield Christian Academy football program. I had a chance this week to get some information from Mr. Frank Leeper through my buddy Josh Blair. He gave us a lot of good information about this program we're going to share with you. They have actually played at 5 different home fields. And ironically, one of those fields was Grove City Christians. We'll talk more about that as the game goes on. We're just about set for the kickoff. Kickoff tonight brought to you by Sheridan Funeral Home. Sheridan Funeral Home is proud to be supporting high school football. They've been serving the communities of Lancaster and Fairfield County for over 100 years. It will be Fairfield Christian to kick it away. Doing the kicking for the Knights is Harrison Teal. Back deep for GCC will be Austin Dahmer. Austin's one of those guys that Coach Shaw talked about when he talked to you this week. He's excited about him.
Very much. He really likes how his team's playing, Jared. He kind of felt they let one get away last week up at Mount Gilead, but he's excited. Like I said, this is the first, league play game you've got, so you've got to be rip-roaring ready to go.
After the kickoff, we'll get into our keys of the game and talk about some of these key players for both these teams. We know that Fairfield Christian has a lot of playmakers. Danny Blair, TJ Blair. They obviously lost Rusty Hutchison, who transferred to Bloom Carroll, but TJ has really stepped up this year and it's been kind of lightning at the wide receiver spot. May be getting some running back action tonight as well.
And the thing Coach Barton does very well is he moves people around to take advantage of where he can get them the football at their best.
And we are underway, the first true home game ever for the Fairfield Christian Academy Knights. Kickoff taken by Dahmer. He'll get up to the 25, across the 25, brought down right there at about the 29-yard line. That's where the Eagles will go on offense. Tonight's keys to the game brought to you by North Body Shop. Since 1979, North Body Shop has been providing professional auto collision repairs on all makes and models. Don't think of going anywhere else to get your vehicle looking like new again. We pride ourselves on serving all the collision repair needs throughout Fairfield County.
Well, one of the things you notice when they come on the field, GCC's line is got a size advantage, Jared. Yeah. They're big. He wants them to be more physical, and he basically, Coach Scholl talked about is that they don't have an identity yet, and their identity wants to be to run the football, which will open up their play-action passing. It's not that they don't have skill people, but he wants better play from their line.
So it will be GCC to go on offense first. Dougie Housley will be the quarterback for GCC. You mentioned that line play, Shu. Jaden Patterson, offensive lineman for GCC. He was the Mid-State League Cardinal Lineman of the Year last year. First team All-District, third team All-Ohio. Get this, Marion, you'll appreciate this. He did not allow a sack the entire season.
Very impressive indeed.
And on play number one, it's going to be offsides on the Knights. We'll immediately get to hear our officials tonight.
Encroachment on the defense. It'll be a 5-yard penalty. First down.
So 1st and 5 for the Eagles. Housley out of the shotgun. He will hand it to Caden Carroll. Carroll around the left side across midfield. A good run to open up the offensive possession for the Eagles.
That's exactly what they want to do. They want to run the football and run it hard. Carroll's been very effective. I think he's had over 100 yards each game. Watch here on the replay, Jared. Just look at the hole here that he gets. I mean, that's massive.
Yeah. We get some good blocking out there as
Sure
well.
Did.
Good look at it from our Dagger Law replay. 1st and 10 for the Eagles, already in Knights territory at the 48-yard line. Housley will hand it again to Carroll. Carroll right up the middle, dragging a guy with him. Braden Stem had a hold of him, and he lost his feet, and then he was just dragged about 5 or 6 yards.
They really have a size advantage up front. I mean, they're in front of us now.
Isn't it? Yeah.
I mean, you could notice it. You don't have to have a lot of stats, or you can see it.
And Marion, you're at field level, so I'm sure it looks quite a bit different from your angle as well.
Yeah, it's pretty stark difference on the offensive line, and watch for an additional wrinkle in the offense. Number 99 to Marion Smith, might come in at the wingback position to add an extra blocker in the backfield.
Good call. Here's Carroll again, and this time almost wrapped up in the backfield. Somehow he got out of it. And a flag comes in late as he gets to looks like maybe right back to the original line of scrimmage.
Chop block, I think.
Looks like aiding and abetting.
I don't know, maybe.
Is that the tush push?
That's not permissible at the high school level.
Watching the Ohio Bobcats last weekend, they had a play where their running back was pretty much carried 20 yards down the field. Now they brought it back, but here it is. Not too often your running back gets a block from the quarterback after he hands it off. Here's the call.
At helping the runner on the offense, it's a 5-yard penalty, and it will remain 2nd down.
So they'll back him up 5.
Yeah, back to the 46.
So they'll make it 2nd down and 8 coming up for Grove City Christian.
I formation, Jared. You got 3 wide right, 1 left, but you've got the eye with your quarterback in the short position.
Housley had pressure.
Wow.
He completes the pass, a quick one to Jackson Wellman, and Wellman has enough for the first down, it looks like.
Yeah, one of the things Coach Shaw talked about is he's extremely accurate and unselfish of who he gets the ball to. he tries to find the right receiver.
I called it Wellman. I think was that 32 Marion. That might have been,
Yes, 32 Anderson Oral.
Yeah, Anderson Oral.
And they'll line him up in a lot of different positions, out wide, sometimes in the slot. They try to get him the ball. Also does a really nice job blocking on the perimeter.
Well, he looks like he can block. He's got some stoutness to him.
Yeah, Grove City Christian has a lot of tough kids. You mentioned about the quarterback Housley before throwing a block. That would be unexpected for most quarterbacks, but not unexpected for Housley.
Housley will hand off end around. That's tight end Timlin. And Timlin across the 35-yard line. Up to about the 33.
Yeah, it's a good run, but I tell you, Fairfield Christian did a good job, Jared, on their pursuit laterally, and to get to that, to keep it at what it is, 4 yards.
There's the Dagger Law replay. You'll see him coming around. He gets a lead block.
Well, if you look, it looks like, oh no, there's going to be a lot more.
Yeah.
But they just good pursuit to the football right here, and open field tackling.
I mentioned Jaden Patterson earlier. If you want to watch for him, he's number 70. You can't miss him. Left tackle for the Eagles. Pass complete across the 30. Not going to be enough for the first down, I don't believe. But a good quick pass. That's when they pass, it's those quick hitters.
Yes. Well, actually, we talked about Dougie Housley. He was not the starting quarterback last year. Actually, Austin Dahmer was, and he beat him out. So they're using Dahmer at more things, offensively and defensively, just making him more of a multi-purpose player. That says a lot about the player right there. But Dougie stepped up and won that position. And Coach Shaw talked about just how he's calm, has good accuracy.
Taking a while to get the play in here. Jaden Patterson listed at 6'3", 300 pounds. Number 70 on the left side of the GCC line. Mentioned him. Did not give up a sack all year last year, and one was the MSL Cardinal lineman of the year. 3rd down and 1 here for the Eagles, and a whistle and a timeout going to be called by Coach Shaw over on the far side. Let's take a look at the schedules for these two teams, see what got them to this point. Grove City Christian 2-1, Fairfield Christian 1-2.
Yeah, they went down to Portsmouth Notre Dame and in a shootout, as you can see. 108 points scored in that ball game. Lost an overtime game to Oak Hill on the road, and then went down to Fed Hawk, and during terrible weather night, had a shutout and got out of Stewart, Ohio with a win.
This is a tough league game to start with. Anytime
Well,
you have to start with Grove City Christian.
And then they go across town and play Fisher, and then you go to Martins Ferry, who's undefeated.
Yeah.
And that prepares you, though. You find out in these next 3 weeks what he's got. You can see Grove City Christian had 2 shutouts back-to-back the first 2 weeks with Miami Valley and Franklin's Furnace Green. But like I said, they went up to Mount Gilead, and he just didn't. Coach Shaw did not feel like they just played the game you kind of got to play.
Yeah.
So I think he's really going to look to see if they can get the run game going tonight.
Out of the timeout, 3rd down and 1. Housley again has Caden Carroll right behind him. And he'll give it to Housley. Housley going right behind Patterson. And it's going to be close, but I think he might have got it, especially with that second effort. Marion, you're right there.
Yeah, I think he got it. Again, nice run by Carroll. That second effort, he is such a hard-nosed runner. Very rarely do you see the first person bring him down. Always keeps his legs churning, runs very hard.
Coach Shaw had a lot of things to say about a lot of kids, but the one thing he said that stood out to me about Caden Carroll is he is the leader in practice, in effort every day. And when one of your best players is the leader in effort, Jared, it carries over.
Yep, you're right. So 1st and 10, Grove City Christian. Again, it's Carroll right up the middle. This time gets across the 20-yard line. Good hard run again. About 6 on that one. Stop made by number 13, Parker Couch.
And, the thing that, to be honest, FCA's got to be concerned about is the depth. Jared.
Yeah, you're right.
There's only 18 or 19 kids. These long drives take their toll.
Meanwhile, you look over on the Grove City side, that's a school that's just booming right now. They're growing and growing. They're already up in Division 6. Pass just out of the reach of his intended receiver, but he had pressure on him.
Yes.
Coming in there, looked like 58 for the Knights. That's Landon Huffer.
Yeah, I don't think these numbers will be permissible next year.
I don't think so either. They give him a year to correct him, right?
Sure. It's hard to tell.
So 3rd down and 4. Ball spotted at the 19-yard line. High snap, good job by Housley to bring it in. Quick hitter again, pass complete.
Just short.
Yeah, Tyden Timlin brought it in, but it's going to be about a yard short, 4th and 1 upcoming.
Well, I mean, this isn't hard. I think I can call it from here, Jared.
Run behind Patterson.
With Carroll.
Exactly. FCA fans trying to bring their team some luck here on this 4th down and 1. They'll split out.
Yep.
Anderson Oral to the left side, as well as Tyden Timlin. A lot of movement there before the snap. Who's that going to be on, Marion?
That's going to be on number 51, Tucker Harper.
Just did not watch the ball.
Encroachment on the defense. It's a 5-yard penalty. It results in a 1st down.
And as you guys can imagine, Coach Parham was not happy after that one, just giving away. Again, we talked about those mental mistakes, the silly penalties, turnovers. If you have it, they can just kill you.
Yeah, here's a list of referees tonight, officials. We just heard from referee Julius Palazzo, been doing it a long time, known Julius a long time, and we'll pop the rest of them up there again.
Housley is on the run. It was a high snap, busted play, just trying to make something out of nothing, and he's going to be brought down, looks like right about the 6-yard line. So they'll mark him at the 7.
The one thing is, yeah, you can see the umpires Mark Williams tonight, the head linesman Mike Gill, the line judge is Bob Powers, the back judge Andy Bistrassen, and the center judge is Leo Harding. It's a veteran crew from the Columbus area.
2nd and 5. Clock rolls down to 6:02 to play here in this 1st quarter. GCC has possessed the ball the entire quarter. Housley again with Carroll right behind him. Housley going to keep it himself. A big hole opened up, and he's going to walk in pretty much untouched. Good job. They've gone left. That time the right side opened up, and he took advantage of it.
Well, they did exactly what Coach Shaw wanted. Their line dominated. They ran the football. They got a few short passes here, Jared, more accurate in their throws. But watch the replay, like you said right here.
Replay.
Give a little play fake to the left, and then just come back with your quarterback keep.
Had the pulling guard, Paul Hagley Jr. as well, came from the left side to the right side to help out with the blocking.
Well, I mean, they took up over half of the quarter on that drive. So,
extra point attempt is up, and it is good by Jordan Ortega. And the Grove City Christian Eagles, check that, it wasn't Ortega, that was number 9, Hayden Slumovitz. So the Eagles on the board first. They lead Fairfield Christian 7-0 and are the first game ever here at this brand new field at Fairfield Christian. And they'll get the chance to take the football after a long defense. You mentioned it earlier, Shu, when your roster is so small, it's going to take a lot out of you.
It does, because they have players playing both ways. Now, both coaches, I was impressed. Both were extremely there you go, 71 yards in 6 minutes. But both coaches were very complimentary of each other. Great respect in the coaching realm, but they both know the situation. My team is dressing 47 and your team's got 18.
Yeah.
There's some advantage there. But, like I said, Coach Parton is a master at coming up with getting people the ball where they need to get the ball, no matter how many he has. Tonight's going to be it's going to be a struggle for him at times.
Going back to receive the kickoff for the Knights will be Eli Heron and TJ Blair. Blair can make some plays. He's got some speed. I believe we saw him return a kickoff or a punt for a touchdown last year in a game that we had of theirs.
He's quite the athlete.
kick it off for the Eagles. Be number 9. That's Hayden Slomovitz. Taking a while getting the ball placed on the tee. Not sure why, but we'll get going here momentarily. The Eagles with their 7-0 lead will give the ball to the Knights for their first offensive possession of the night. Low line drive kick takes a bounce at the 21. Will be taken on the far side by Eli Herron. And he had a knee touchdown, so that's where the Knights will take over possession of the ball.
Not ideal thing you wanted to happen, but
6-yard line.
You got to make sure you cover the ball.
And here comes the Knights offense, and you will notice the absence of Danny Blair on the field right now. Got word this week that he was nursing a bad ankle and may see limited action, if any, and he is not in the game, and that's a big loss if he's not able to go. He's one of the best running backs in Central Ohio.
In the state, actually, in Division 7, Jared, he's a top running back in the state.
So in his place, looks like it'll be Braden Stem lined up to the left of quarterback Parker Couch. Couch going to keep it himself right up the middle, and he's going to be wrapped up immediately by Dylan Garman. Short gain on the play. So for the Knights, they've got Zach Price split out wide to the near side. Right beside him is Herron. Over on the far side will be TJ Blair and Hudson Harper. Couch out of the shotgun, low snap. Hands it to Stem, I believe, going through. And another short gain up to about the 9-yard line. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 7.
They faked the jet sweep right there, Jared. Tried to get some people out of the box there, but wasn't able to get very much.
Going to be giving you some scores from other games around the area going on tonight. I just got an update that South Gallia returned the opening kickoff for a touchdown against Fisher Catholic tonight. Couch passes low, almost brought in anyway. It would have been for a 1st down, but a little bit too low for Caleb Deborah to bring in.
Yeah, he was under pressure too. The rush was strong. Now they're going to have to kick away from their end zone.
Actually, that was Hudson Harper. I tell you, these dark gray jerseys with blue numbers is really difficult to see. So the Knights will be forced to the punt out of their own end zone. TJ Blair to do the punting. End over end punt will take a bounce at the 35. Good FCA bounce will be taken by Austin Dahmer, and Dahmer up to about the 33-yard line.
Again, that's what we talked about with Austin Dahmer. He has, doing a lot of things. He's multitasking. Last year, he never ran kickoffs back or anything. He was the quarterback.
Yeah.
You don't put your quarterback in that position. So really getting more out of him than actually last year was being just a quarterback.
So Marion, after seeing one possession from FCA without the services of Danny Blair, what are some things that they could possibly do to try to make up for that loss?
Well, it is going to be a tough climb. They're just going to have to find someone, that has that explosiveness that can make plays either in the backfield or on the perimeter once they get the football. But it is going to be a tough ask. It's not something that they're incapable of. As you said, they do have a lot of playmakers. Just a matter of getting them started and finding a way to get them the football quickly.
Housley hands off to Carroll. Carroll breaking tackles and gets up to the 25-yard line. It's a good gain on 1st down to make it 2nd down and 2.
They're just winning at the point of attack right now, Jared. We see the replay right here. Just watch. You don't see anybody in dark jerseys into the backfield area.
No, you don't. That offensive line is really good for GCC.
And just the way Carroll fights for every yard.
Yep, you're
so
right.
Impressive.
Housley back to pass. He's got a man wide open. Hits him in the end zone for the touchdown. That's John Gibson on the reception. Really good looking pass from Housley. Hit him in stride.
Pretty simple. A little blown coverage in the defensive backfield.
Here's the replay, our Dagger Law replay. Just throws a strike. Great catch too by John Gibson, over the shoulder catch to make it 13-0. On to kick the extra point is Hayden Slamovitz. Kick is up, and it is good. I think the folks sitting in the stands watching the game tonight that parked in that first row will not be parked there the next home game. I guarantee it.
Squirming a little bit right now, aren't they?
Guys, they have the net on the wrong side there, at least for the sake of the car owners there.
That's what we're talking about. On the other side, there's a net to catch the balls, as there's an apartment complex. But over here on this side, you see those folks that park in the first two rows? Yeah, you might need some new auto insurance.
Well, like I said, you've got your core field built here. It's great. Good setting, beautiful. But what they'll find out through their first year, okay, what things do we need to do to just upgrade it, make it even that much better?
Yep.
And you know, you got to give them a chance to play a few games here, but I bet that will be one of them.
Some other games going on around the area tonight. Bern Union is at Bishop Rosecrans. That one in the Mid-State League Cardinal. Amanda Clear Creek at Bloom Carroll. It's Reynoldsburg at Canal Winchester as you see the drive summary for GCC. South Gallia at Fisher Catholic. Hamilton Township at Fairfield Union. Newark is at Groveport Madison. Ironically, Newark is 3-0. Groveport Madison 2-1, but Groveport Madison favored big in that one. They're having they've got a really good team. We're going to see them in a couple of weeks. Or next week, actually. Lakewood is at Liberty Union. Millersport at Miller. It's New Lexington at West Muskingum. Harvest Prep at Perkins. Pick Central is at Logan. Dublin Coffin at Pickerington North. Sheridan is at Maysville. And Lancaster is at Taze Valley. So we'll be checking those scores throughout the night. Slamovitz kick takes a big bounce, and it'll be taken at the 18-yard line over on the far side by number 6, I believe it is. No, check
it's
that.
5.
It's 5. Eli Heron. Thanks, Marion.
I'll try to help you as much as I can, Jared, but they're tough for me down here too, and I'm right next to them.
Appreciate it.
Well, you get your second opportunity here in the first quarter to handle the football offensively. You've got to make something of this, Jared. Whether you get points or not, you've got to move the football a little bit. The defense has been on the field pretty much the whole quarter.
Yeah. Well, here's what you lose in Danny Blair. He's already had 42 rushing attempts, 168 yards, 2 touchdowns. Of course, we mentioned his stats from last year. I mean, he was an all-Ohio back.
Yeah.
I mean, he ran for 1,400 yards, 1,400 plus. So hopefully for him and the Knights, they can get him healthy moving forward.
Not to mention the additional, with that wrinkle that he adds to the offense, that wildcat when they line him up at the quarterback position. He can throw it from there as well and run. It's just, again, a huge loss.
You know, every team goes through things, do it through a season, but sometimes with some of the smaller schools, Jared, you have less opportunity to replace those people.
You know, Couch is a good passer. He can pass as well. You're asking a lot of your much smaller offensive line. I mean, look at the size on that GCC defensive line. But if they could just give him a couple seconds to get some little screen passes, then let his receivers do the work. I tell you, he's got some playmakers like T.J. Blair.
Right.
And, guys, I'm sorry to interrupt, but look who just trotted on the field. It is number 4, Danny Blair, who just came on the field.
So good to see Danny in the offensive scheme right here to the right of the quarterback, Couch. Couch looking to pass. Has time now, flushed out. TJ's open on the near side, but Couch going to keep it himself. And he's going to get out across the 30. Good run by Parker Couch.
That's a really good decision right there, Jared. He thought about it. He had his head up looking down the field, but that's a really good decision. And the thing about the sideline here, you'll see, you're not going to get knocked too far out of bounds on the sideline because there's not far to go.
You're right.
Right there, good decision.
Yeah.
Just experience.
He put the ball in his left hand as he's on the left sideline. That's a good hard run by Parker Couch to give him about 6 on the play.
Yeah, right in Jason's front lap there, right?
Stem now up the middle. Man, that hole just collapsed. Some hard hitting going on from that defensive line.
Well, you got to remember, last week they threw 2 shutout. The first 2 weeks they had a shutout. So, he and Coach Shull's been very impressed with his defensive effort overall.
And again, guys, just being down on here in the field, the size advantage, that is a tough ask to ask that interior line for Fairfield Christian to move that Grove City defensive line interior.
Well, we mentioned the size. How about Tamarius Smith, 6'3", 325. As TJ Blair gets a good punt away, takes a bounce and goes out of bounds right about the 35-yard line. I thank our Interface Video Productions crew tonight. They showed up early and got set up, got some overhead shots, and Bob Capetti, Donnie Ziegfeld, Dylan Panschel, Jim Spires, Tom Russo, Jason Roush, Josh Messerly, Shane Messina was also here to set up. And good to have Beth Capetti again tonight. She's back with us doing stats tonight. And we appreciate that. It's a big help for us, Shu.
It is. And we're out of habit of having the scoring drive and the information come up. And, we appreciate it very much.
Absolutely. Third offensive possession for the Eagles. Be a quick pass out on the right side to number 6. That's Austin Dahmer. And Dahmer just following some blockers. Has another first down for the Eagles.
Yeah, they just had him outnumbered out here on the flank, Jared, and the 2 front receivers did a great job blocking.
Stem makes the stop for Fairfield Christian.
And that helps your running game even more. When you'll see here in the replay, just throw it on first down. See the 2 in front? See the blocking?
Yeah, really good.
It's outstanding.
Number 1 and number 8, that's Josiah Harmeyer's number 1. Number 8, Tyden Timlin, both doing a really good job blocking. It's 1st and 10 for Grove City Christian. It's a good-looking uniform right there, too.
Sure is.
It's clean. Good hard run, Caden Carroll, all the way out across midfield to the FCA 43-yard line.
Marion knows a little bit about that flanker blocking.
All too much, Shu, all too much. An eligible lineman was what I was at Ohio University, is what I used to tell people.
Hey, at least you were eligible.
What was your number?
12.
Number 12, offensive line.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, our producer, director, Bob Capetti says number 12, but number 1 in our hearts. There's a nice pass over the middle once again on the receiving end. That's number 6, Austin Dahmer. What a good pass from Dougie Housley.
Coach Shaw said he's accurate. He said he knows where his receivers are, which ones to go to. You can see here on the replay. See him scan the field a little bit, Jared, and then look just down the middle. And I like that Dahmer's being used multiple ways.
Yeah.
He's an athlete.
That's going to end the first quarter with Grove City Christian up 14-0 on FCA.
Tonight's first half scoreboard sponsor is the Buckeye Automotive family. The Buckeye Honda, Nissan, and Toyota dealerships would like to wish all the local athletes best of luck this season. Learn more at buckeyecars.com.
Checking some scores from around the area. South Gallia leads Fisher Catholic 14-0. That one's still in the first quarter. Also, Bloom Carroll leads Amanda Clear Creek 14-7 in the second quarter. Lancaster leads Taze Valley 7-0 in the second quarter. It's Fairfield Union over Hamilton Township 7-0 in the first quarter. No score, Lakewood and Liberty Union. And we will continue to check scores throughout the night of those games going on around the area. We'll also tell you about the history of Fairfield Christian Academy football. This is a program that got their start in 2007, and it did not take them long to find success.
No, not at all.
By 2010, they were already having success on the football field. We'll tell you more as we go on tonight, but this is a special night for the folks here at Fairfield Christian as they open up a brand new field. The field's actually been here for a couple of years, but it's taken them a while to get everything else, the surroundings, the bleachers, the stadium, the lights, but it looks outstanding. Carroll on first down, up to about the 10-yard line. Bring up a 2nd down and 6. Here's the dedication that took place prior to the game tonight. A lot of folks put in a lot of work to make this happen. A lot of hours, a lot of money, and it's paying off. 2nd and 6 for Grove City Christian. Lots of movement up front, and I think they're going to get the Knights.
Encroachment on the defense. Be a 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
That moves them a little bit closer. 2nd down and 1. Housley again will have Caden Carroll behind him. Carroll's run hard all night tonight. It will be Carroll again, this time going over the left side, and gets the 1st down up inside the 5 to close to the 1-yard line.
And Grove City in that jumbo package, guys, I was talking about with Tamarius Smith lining up almost in that tight end position or H-back position, if you will. They just ran behind him on that one, and he put his defender about 4 yards into the end zone. So we'll see if that happens again on this one.
For those of you watching at home, that's number 99. Again, Carroll, and this time he's in for the touchdown.
Yeah, it's really, hard to say, but it's a mismatch up front, Jared, right now.
It is. So on to kick the extra point. Again, it'll be Hayden Slomovitz as you see the Dagger Law replay of that short run for a touchdown.
Yeah, they just went opposite. Had less people to block.
Those guys just pushing them to the inside.
Yep.
Number 11 and number 55. 11 is Bennett Cook. 55 is Paul Hagley Jr. Those guys did a great job blocking.
What I do love is the kids sitting back there behind the goalposts.
Yeah.
Waiting for it. That's great.
Mentioned earlier, this is a series that's right now Grove City Christian holds a slight edge, 9 wins to FCA's 8 wins. However, FCA has won 3 in a row in this series. And shoot, you mentioned in the pregame about the dramatic fashion that they won it last year.
Oh, great game. I think Coach Barton said it was a classic. When you win on a field goal with 1 second to go.
Yeah.
And, Coach Shaw, this is his 3rd year here. He had a lot of experience, spent a lot of time at Dublin Scioto with Coach Johnson up there. And he has the utmost respect for what Fairfield Christian does and Coach Pardon. But sometimes, there used to be a saying, if there's no animals, there's no circus.
Right.
And right now, the biggest difference is, the line play right now, Jared. It's just a mismatch.
Yeah. There you get a look at Coach Pardon's coaching staff and getting the special teams unit ready. There's the drive summary. 7 plays, 65 yards, 2 minutes and 35 seconds off the clock. Short touchdown run by Caden Carroll.
Yeah, but what would you say the time of possession is at a half?
Yeah.
I mean, it's immense.
Yeah.
FCA can just put a drive here, some kind of drive, a big play, whatever. Together, you can get yourself back in the game, actually.
Minus the helmet, every time I see that close-up shot of Grove City Christian, it looks like the Indianapolis Colts.
Well, it's the same style.
Yeah. .920 to 3:23 is the time of possession difference in the game so far.
That's
Beth
big.
Petty gives us that. Here's a good return out to the 30-yard line.
But what
for
I
the Knights.
what I like, what I see from Grove City right now, Jared, and not just the size and all the athleticism. I tell you what, even on their special teams and their defense, they get to the football as a unit.
Yeah.
You don't see 3 or 4 guys straggling out here. Everybody gets to the ball.
It's kind of like we talked about a couple weeks ago. Tays Valley's coach was talking about Bloom Carroll, how they play through to the end of the whistle.
Yes.
It's almost like what Grove City Christian's doing right now.
Exactly. The echo of the whistle was Coach
yeah.
Cross's words.
Yeah.
And that's what they do.
Couch back to pass. He's got his man. That's TJ Blair. And Blair up to about the 39-yard line. They're going to have to do a little bit more of that tonight if they can.
Yeah, that's a good play. I mean, that's very accurate.
Going to go no huddle here. Couch going to direct some traffic.
Yeah, try to create a little tempo.
Parker sends Stem in motion just a little bit. He's going to take the screen pass at about the 35. He's got the first down and more across the 45 up near midfield to the 49-yard line.
Yeah, Couch did a really good job looking that off, Jared, and then getting it out.
Stem gets up limping just a little bit. Look at that good shot of the stadium here. Just overflowing tonight. Standing room only on both sides. First and 10 for the Knights at their own 49. Couch again has pressure this time. Steps up. Nice job by Parker Couch, and he's got his man up near another first down.
Yeah, they're going to have to throw the football.
TJ Blair on the reception. It'll be second down and 1. I like this tempo.
Yes.
Out of the Knights. Couch again with Stem to his right. Has pressure again and again. Does a good job stepping up through it and has the first down.
Well, you know, they've averaged 36 points a game. And, you know, it's hard to judge some of that because of non-league competition, but, you know, they are a good offensive football team. Somebody just got a late flag here.
I didn't see what that is here. If we see it on the Dagger Law replay.
Got a dead ball and sportsmanlike foul number 15 on the defense. It'll result in a first down.
That's going to move them up even further.
Well, that's not what you want as a coach.
No, it's not. So that moves the Knights all the way up to the 23-yard line. First and 10. Couch again to pass. Has pressure. Somehow gets away from it. Parker going to tuck it in and run. And he makes something out of nothing there up near the 20-yard line.
Pretty much a magician right there to escape that rush.
Yeah.
He's not having a lot of time, Jared.
Second and 8 for the Knights. Couch. Oh, he lost the football. It's loose on the field. No idea who has it. Big scrum for it. And the Eagles have it. Wow, that negates a really good looking drive.
Yeah, it's frustrating when you turn it over when you really put together a drive for the first time in the half here.
Here's the replay. I think he was just going to try to go right up through the middle, and it closed in a hurry, and then just lost the football.
And you know what? He's an athlete trying to do the extra effort, make yards, and that's what happens sometimes. It's hard to fault them when they play like that, Jared. But you got to protect the football.
First and 10 for GCC. Housley going to tuck it in. Go around the left side and get across the 30-yard line. Good run by Dougie Housley.
And guys, I would just say that Housley tonight has played just about a flawless football game.
Yeah.
He's done such a nice job running the football, picking his spots. His passes have been absolutely perfect, just right on point, great touch. And his ball handling as well, the little things that go unnoticed. For instance, on that first drive, he had about 3 or 4 snaps that could have sailed over his head, or been mishandled. But he handled every single one of those, did an excellent job. I'm really impressed with his play so far this evening.
And decision-making as well.
Absolutely.
Second down and 3. Housley rolling to the near side, looking downfield. That's a hard pass to make.
Yep.
He completes it to the 40 for a first down.
Yeah, good catch to cut the ball with his hands That's a lot of practice and execution right there, Jay.
Austin Dahmer on the reception. Man, to roll to your left and throw to your left, that's difficult.
It is. It's the old run and shoot, that they used to teach back in the day. Still, some people use some form of it, but not like it was when the Houston Cougars used to have it full tilt.
You're dating yourself.
I do that too much anymore.
Housley hands it off to Carroll. Carroll right up the middle. Did he go down? I don't think he did.
No, he did not.
He's across midfield to about the 49.
They may ask for a review, though.
I'd like to see the replay on our side here. But I think he rolled on top of the
I think
FCA
you're right.
player. Here it is.
Because the hand's not down.
On the Dagger Law replay.
He landed on top of the defender, see?
Oh, yeah, his nothing.
And used his hand.
Just his hand.
Yep.
His shin never went down. Wow.
Great effort.
So once again, Grove City Christian in FCA territory. The 6:34 and counting here in this first half. They lead at 21-0. Housley rolling to pass, has pressure, gets it away and complete across the 45, down to about the 41-yard line. On the receiving end is Titan Timlin. Stem on the tackle for the Knights.
The thing Housley did there you got to like is he held it long enough, and he had to hold it long enough, but he also knew he was going to get hit if he held it longer, and he did. That's what made the play that successful.
Clock rolls under 6 minutes. Here's Carroll going left side over that left tackle, and he's got the first down again up near the 35.
Yeah, his burst to the line is outstanding. He gets momentum quick. I mean, there's a one back, he's the one back in the backfield, and Jared, he just gets a great start.
Shu, you mentioned, earlier we talked about, the size difference, the roster difference. I think one thing that's helping GCC, yes, they have some guys that play both sides of the ball, but a lot of those guys on that defensive line do not play on the offensive line. And so they're fresh.
It makes a difference.
Yeah, they've got enough guys over there that can do that. Here's Housley. Good pass over the middle to number 1. That's Josiah Harmeyer, and Harmeyer does the rest with his feet. He's in for a touchdown.
He broke about 3 or 4 tackles getting there. You can see the Grove City Christian fans are really enjoying themselves. Yeah, watch him break these tackles. Again.
Good block, too.
Look at this. Put it right there, Jared. And, 25 yards later after the catch, he scores.
So on to kick the extra point will be Hayden Slomovitz. Out of the hold of Titan Timlin. And I think he barely got this one through. But he does get it through to make it 28-0 here with 5:11 to play in the first half.
As a reminder, you can find live and past games on our YouTube channel. Just search for CLN, your hometown connection on YouTube, to find games and other local programming. While you're there, make sure to click subscribe so you won't miss any action. Also, if you're on Facebook and X, which was once Twitter, check us out on those social media platforms as well. Just search for Interface Video Productions.
In the second quarter, Lancaster has boosted their lead up to 21-7 down at Tays Valley. Good look at that. Beautiful shot of the moon. I tell you, our camera guys, second to none here. They've been getting some good shots and at the line of scrimmage, and now they've got the moon.
The thing about them is they're consistent every week with getting great shots for us.
We got no score listed for Millersport and Miller. No score also for Bern Union Bishop Rosecrans. Fairfield Union leads Hamilton Township 7-0 in the second quarter. It's South Gallia all over Fisher Catholic 21-0 in the second quarter. Liberty Union leads Lakewood 7-0. And that's it for right now. So the Knights will receive the kickoff once again. Eli Heron and TJ Blair back deep for FCA to receive it. 6 plays, 75 yards, 3:06 off the clock, and it was a 35-yard touchdown pass to Josiah Harmeyer. Kick takes a bounce and will be fielded at the 20-yard line. On the far side of the field, trying to see who that is. I think it might be TJ? TJ Blair, number 0 on the return.
Good return. And again, there were 10 Grove City Christian players at the tackle, Jared. The only one that wasn't was the kicker, which is your safety.
Danny Blair trots back out onto the field for this offensive possession, or at least this play. Being used very limited tonight. He's been dealing with a bad ankle.
He was in for about 4 or 5 earlier in the last drive. Didn't do a whole lot, mostly blocking.
Yeah.
It looks like he might be stepping in for Brayden Stem, who was a little limpy the last time.
Couch. Oh, he didn't see him from behind. That's number 2 on the sack. That's Giovanni Colton for Grove City Christian. Here's the Dagger Law replay.
Yeah, watch when he steps up in the pocket. You think he's by him, but
good
see the spin move
yeah.
and come back.
And these guys they're well coached.
They're very good. You know, Coach Shaw told me they're really good defensively, and they are, Jared.
Yeah. Couch over the middle has this man Blair to the 40. Blair turned on the Jets right away and gets about 7 more yards out to the 45. Third down and 2 here for the Knights. Danny Blair stands to the right of Couch. 3 receivers to the top of the screen, 1 down to the bottom. Couch back to pass. Over the middle, just overthrew his man. His intended receiver was number 18, Zach Price.
Yeah, right look.
Rushed it a little bit, I think.
Yeah, he just off target there, but there was the right look.
Brings up a 4th down and 2 here for the Knights.
Might as well.
Yeah, why not?
There's something short. You got to get 2 yards.
That's Blair in motion. Resets to the near side. TJ Blair, that is. Danny Blair stands in the backfield. Now Coach Pardon going to take a timeout. Talk it over with this 4th and 2. It's a big play upcoming for the Knights. I mentioned TJ Blair. He's got 10 receptions for 201 yards and 6 touchdowns already this year.
Yeah, that's 3 games.
Yeah. This Grove City Christian team, it seems like year after year they're just adding guys to the program, and in all sports. They are really, really an up-and-coming school. Athletic programs are really on the rise, and the coaches have done a great job. They're building some new facilities up there. I know they just bulldozed their baseball field and softball field. They're building an indoor facility for practices, and just a lot going on up at Grove City Christian.
Well, I know Coach Shaw, this is the only place he wanted to be. He lives in the area. Like I said, he's helped with Grove City, mostly at Scioto, but it's just the place he wants to be. And when you have somebody who wants to be there, it matters, Jared.
Absolutely. Not looking to use it as a stepping stone.
No.
This is where he wants to be and build. And he's doing a great job so far. Little dump pass could be complete at the 50-yard line. Good catch, knowing he was going to get hit on the reception. Was Zach Price.
That gave him the punt formation look, but got a little pass out of the punt
Who threw
formation.
That? Was that
there
Henry
you go.
Roberts? Or is that TJ Blair that threw it?
I think it was TJ Blair.
Put it right there.
And how about the catch by Price? He knew he was going to get drilled, but he held on to it for the 1st down. Couch, pressured, going to tuck it in and run. Wow, 4 different Eagles swarm to the football.
And when 99 lands on you, it's tough to get up.
You're going to feel that.
I mean,
6'3", 3:25. That is Tamaria Smith, 6'3", 325-pound senior.
Well, he can move.
Yes, he can.
He's athletic.
He's a man.
He is.
2nd down and 10 here for the Knights in GCC territory. Couch again going to be wrapped up by Smith.
Tell you what, he just fought the blockers off there.
Brings up a 3rd down and 9.
Well, he's playing that middle guard position or the 3-4 defense here, and I'm not sure that's real wise running right there. There's no way you can create space. He's just not going to allow it, Jared. That time he just fought the blockers off. He didn't really make a lot of attack mode. He just kind of fought them off, and then once he saw where the ball was, then he made a thrust to get the football.
Play clock down inside of 5 seconds. They need to get the play off down to 2, and it has expired. No flag. Couch across the middle and just overthrew Danny Blair, the intended receiver. Bring up a 4th down and 9. I think they had the right play call.
Again, just you have to execute it, Jared. I agree with you. Couch saw the right thing.
Just a bit too high. And got to think if Danny's 100% healthy, he probably makes that catch.
Probably right.
He's able to jump a little higher.
Well, I think the thing, too, when you have a player of his caliber get injured, the team has to adjust and deal with it. You know what I mean, Jared?
Yep.
And he does so much.
This time they will punt it. TJ gets one away. Bounces at the 14-yard line. It'll be taken inside the 10. Good-looking return coming here for Dahmer. Still on his feet. And gets out near the 30-yard line. And a late flag comes in. A little bit of hitting after the whistle. And Shu, this is kind of becoming its own little rivalry here.
Yes, it has been. I mean, when you're playing another team consistently for, to the top of your conference every year, it gets that way. And if you want to be good, you got to beat the best.
Dead ball. Personal foul on the kicking team. 55. Be a 15-yard penalty. 1st down.
Just lost composure there with that push there after the whistle had blown. That moves them up to the 44-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Housley. And this time just overthrew his intended receiver. I'm not sure we've seen many. Is that his first incompletion?
Maybe. The thing again, they had an advantage on the perimeter out there, Jay, 3-on-2.
Yeah.
And, he recognized it, just didn't, execute it.
Brings up a 2nd down. Clock stopped at 1:34 to go here in this first half. The GCC up 28-0. Housley has pressure, and it's intercepted. It's tipped and intercepted by the Knights to the 50. That's TJ Blair. Wow. He got absolutely demolished, and a flag comes in. 55. Paul Hagley Jr. Holy cow, that was a hit.
Well, there was also a good block in the back here, Jared, and that may be what it is. I don't know.
Oh, my. Watch this replay.
His arm got hit. Made the ball waver.
Yeah. You're going to see it right in your living room right here.
Right there.
Oh, wow.
After the change of possession, we got a block in the back.
That hurts.
Yeah.
The returning team.
And I'm not the one
10-yard
playing.
penalty.
But I tell you what, TJ jumped right back
first
up.
Down.
Wow. There was a block in the back on the return, which you saw that as well.
Yeah, that's the right call.
So that was a slow-mo replay. If we get a chance, we'll see it in full speed. Here it is. Watch this hit. This is live speed or full speed here. You'll see the block in the back right there. And oh, my.
Guys, I think he was just mad. He was mad his pass got intercepted. He wanted to take it out on someone.
Handoff coming around from the far side. I believe that's Eli Heron. Yeah, it is, number 5. No gain on the play. Actually, might have lost a yard.
I tell you, that's tough on the short side of the field, Jared, to get him, because GCC, they just pursue the ball so doggone well defensively, and there's not enough room. I'm not criticizing play calling. I'm just saying when you play to the short side, you have limited space.
2nd and 11. Clock down inside of a minute to play in the first half. Couch has pressure all over the place. Still looking to pass and makes the right move, throws it out of bounds. Actually throws it maybe into the first row.
Jason was open.
It hit hit the scoreboard camera, I believe. Let's see it here. Yeah, we got to fix it. So 3rd down and 11 upcoming for the Knights at 38 seconds to play in the second quarter. Good look into the helmet of Couch there as he's getting the play. Nobody in the backfield with him. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Pressure already. He gets it away, but it's incomplete.
Tell you, 54 used a swim move, and he just cleared the tackle and was within just a step of getting the quarterback.
That's Logan Langsdorff. He's not a small man himself.
No, he's not, but he made a great move.
6'2", 195. 4th and 11. TJ Blair once again will stand in punt formation with 31 seconds on the clock to play here in this second quarter. Was that tipped? Taken on the bounce by Dahmer, and Dahmer just gets across the 25 to about the 26. They'll have 22 seconds to work with.
Tell you, Dahmer's a Swiss Army knife. He's playing offense, defense, and special teams.
Coming up, we'll have our halftime band show. We'll tell you about that in just a couple of minutes as GCC comes onto the field for this possession. They lead it 28-0 with 22 seconds to play in the first half. Housley again with Carroll behind him. High snap. Housley brings it in, completes the pass over on the far side, and his receiver stayed in bounds, gets up across the 45. Clock stops long enough to move the chains. I don't think he got out of bounds. So as soon as the chains are set, the clock will start. Now we have a whistle. What do we have going on here? "14 seconds is what they're asking for on the game clock. So 14 seconds on the clock. 1st and 10 for Grove City Christian. Housley looking to pass. It's complete. A sliding catch made by number 8, that is, Titan Timlin. And they immediately take a timeout. Coming up, we'll have our halftime band show. It'll be brought to you by the Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, Crematory and Monuments, family owned and operated since 1889. Check them out at funeralhome.com. The Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, respect for tradition, regard for change. Band show will also be brought to you by Fairfield Federal. When it comes to our customers and our community, we go above and beyond to help. Personal or business banking, whatever you need, We take it seriously because we know you do too. Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan specializes in banking that revolves around you. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. So 8 seconds is what Grove City Christian will have to work with. They do have one timeout left. And the ball spotted right now at the 49-yard line of Fairfield Christian. Their kicker, Hayden Slomovitz, has been perfect on extra points. Not sure how deep he can go on a field goal attempt.
Well, this situation is good for both teams because you've got to play with the clock.
There's a
double reverse.
Running room around the near side, all the way down inside the 30-yard line, but time expires. They will have no more time to work with. But a good run there by number 32, Anderson Orrell. But that's going to be the end of the first half. We'll go into the halftime show with the Grove City Christian Eagles up 28-0 on Fairfield Christian. Coming up, we'll have the halftime band show. Stay tuned for that and all the second half action on the high school football game of the week.
Interface Video presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Game of the Week. Brought to you by Dagger Lawn, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield Federal, Buckeye Toyota, Fairfield Medical Center, Buckeye Lake Marina, Personal Touch Party Rentals, Fairfield DD, North Body Shop, Fairfield County Adam H., The Carriage Company, The Savings Bank, Sheridan Funeral Home, and ExploreHockingHills.com.
Dagger Law has more than 110 years of experience in nearly every aspect of the law. When we're not just helping clients, we're helping the community. You'll see us at festivals, sporting events, and around town because we live and work here too. We are your neighbors, and we want to help you when you need it. When we help each other, we're stronger. Our community is stronger. Creating a strong, vibrant, healthy, and safe community is everyone's responsibility, and we take the responsibility seriously. We are local, we are trusted, we are experienced.
Hi, this is Chuck Sims with the Lancaster DARE program. DARE provides students with skills to resist the pressure of drugs, gangs, and violence, and emphasizes self-esteem, good decision-making, and communication skills. This month, when you buy a car, truck, or SUV from Buckeye Toyota or Buckeye Honda, the Buckeye Cares program will make a generous donation to DARE with every vehicle they sell. Thanks, Buckeye, for your continued support and helping keep our kids safe.
If you've been thinking about getting a home loan, now is the time. Hi, this is Carrie James from Fairfield Federal. Our experienced lenders are here to help you make your vision a reality. For more than 125 years, we've been helping our community achieve home ownership. Fairfield Federal has convenient online application for your home loan, home equity loan, and home equity line of credit needs. Visit fairfieldfederal.com to get started. Fairfield Federal for checking, savings, and home loans. Data charges may apply, subject to credit approval. Member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 402612.
Greetings from Fairfield DD. As we embrace the back-to-school season, we welcome the arrival of autumn and our cherished fall customs. Join us for Football Friday nights and the county fair. While you revel in the colorful season, let's also reflect on the positive changes we aspire to witness. At Fairfield DD, our goal is to foster a vibrant community where individuals lead lives of greater independence and make meaningful contributions. Follow us on Facebook or Instagram to discover more about our unwavering commitment to the community.
Fairfield Medical Center is more than a hospital. We're a health system that's been putting people first for more than a century. From the youngest patients to the eldest, our compassionate team of caregivers are here to support you through every season of life. We are healers, cheerleaders, patient advocates, and champions. Your health is our greatest accomplishment, and we are proud to serve you. Whatever you're searching for, you can find it at Fairfield Medical Center.
Hi, I'm Carol Whittington, and I would like to invite you to stop by Personal Touch Party Rentals and Events, located at 1540 Hubbard Drive in Lancaster. We are a small family-owned business and have been servicing the Central Ohio and Hocking Hills area since 2003. Graduations with a personal touch, weddings with a personal touch, corporate events with a personal touch. Please call us today for all your party rental needs, 740-689-6991.
How much can you afford to spend on a home? That's a good question. I'm Desi DeJohn, Assistant Vice President and Mortgage Loan Officer at the Savings Bank in Lancaster. It's important to know how much you can afford before you contact a real estate agent. Factors such as income, credit score, debt, and down payment can help determine how much a bank can lend you to buy a home. Getting pre-qualified is the best way to find out how much you can afford to spend on a home. You can apply to pre-qualify online anytime at thesavingsbankohio.bank.
The Frankie Smith Funeral Home and Crematory in Lancaster and the Johnson Smith Funeral Home in Baltimore have a long and wonderful history of serving our community. Feel free to give us a call at 740-653-0652. Stop in and see us at either of our two locations, 405 North Columbus Street in Lancaster and 207 South Main Street in Baltimore. Respect for tradition, regard for change.
What I like about my job as a prevention supervisor is I'm able to help train our staff along with working with our schools and building those relationships within our school districts in Fairfield County. And then also I like that in my position, I'm able to hire interns that are going into the social work field so they have that opportunity to step into the field before just starting their degree right off the bat.
This job really gave me a chance to work on some of the bigger systems issues. So making sure that we're an equitable system, that we treat everybody fairly. So people of color, people who have experienced trauma, people who have been through poverty, LGBTQ youth. So it's been really good for me because I've gotten to work not just with individuals, but also working on some of those bigger systems within our county and throughout our state.
I am driven by my belief that every individual deserves an opportunity to achieve mental and emotional balance, and I'm very passionate about contributing to that process.
I like the people that I work with and that I meet every day. I often feel that I am meeting these really driven people who want to make a difference in their community, and it's very inspiring to me.
Community, connections, collaboration. The Fairfield County Way.
Swing into the Carriage Company and check out our sweet deals.
If you're looking for the best selection of clean, quality used vehicles, look no further than the Carriage Company. You'll feel secure with your purchase, knowing all vehicles undergo an extensive safety and service check prior to the sale. And all vehicles can be viewed online at carriagecompany.com. The Carriage Company, located at 1031 North Memorial Drive in Lancaster.
So wait!
Jared Stewart alongside Tim Shoemaker. Tonight, we've got a great one for you. The Bloom Carroll Bulldogs.
Yeah, great week of practice. Even in the rain and the weather, what a great week of practice.
Schneider, lots of running room to midfield. He's gone. Ryan Schneider down the near sideline for a touchdown for the Aces.
We have a hold on the offense, number 20. That penalty will be declined. They'll bring up 4th down.
We're going to give you this game ball here because you're a Tiberios fan of the game, and thanks for being here, Jacob.
Thank you. The Polar Bears are your OAC tournament champions, first time since 2009. What an exciting finish for the Ohio Northern Polar Bears.
Very proud of this trophy because you've earned it.
Interface Video presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Game of the Week. Brought to you by Dagger Long, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield Federal, Buckeye Toyota, Fairfield Medical Center, Buckeye Lake Marina, Personal Touch Party Rentals, Fairfield DD, North Body Shop, Fairfield County Adam H., The Carriage Company, The Savings Bank, Sheridan Funeral Home, and ExploreHawkingHills.com. Welcome back to Fairfield Christian Academy. Your halftime score: Grove City Christian 28, Fairfield Christian 0. Hope you enjoyed the halftime band show. And we're about to set for the second half. How about this? Now that it's fully dark, just the surroundings. You kind of see downtown a little bit off to the left. We saw it earlier when it was light outside. But this is just a great setting for high school football.
Yeah, did an outstanding job here. Like I said, getting the field in, the base stuff, and then, like I said, you can now work from within if you want to adjust a couple things or change something a little bit. But this is just. They've done a really nice job, Jared.
And on that shot right there, you can see over in the far corner of the end zone, somebody's got an RV. How about that? See, that's the best seat in the house right there.
Put your chair on top of it.
Yeah, put a chair on top. And it's a good look. Let's talk about that first half. Obviously, GCC leads at 28-0, and a lot to talk about for both teams when they went into the locker room. For Coach Pardon, kind of stuck behind the 8 ball from the start without the services of Danny Blair.
Yeah, but the positive is they were moving the ball a couple of drives there, Jared. They had some success, especially with their passing game and couch running the football.
Yeah.
But just not enough weapons overall to really get past and threaten to score.
And Marion, we mentioned it all first half. Just the size difference really played a huge role, a huge factor in that first half.
Yeah, it really did. Again, there's only so much you can ask of some of those interior linemen, extremely outsized on a lot of those instances. I actually had a chance to catch up with Coach Pardon before the second half getting ready to start here. I said, one question, Coach, what do you got to do to claw back into this game? He said, we just got to play better. He said, the effort is not what he wanted it to be, but at the same time, he knows his team is young, but there's things that they can do to try to get better as they're out here just getting the experience. They're going to try to do that in the second half and do what they can to get this game back to close.
It will be Grove City Christian to kick off to the Knights. I'll tell you that we've been mentioning historic night here at FCA. Coming up at the end of the third quarter, I want to read to you some interesting history of Fairfield Christian Academy football given to us by Mr. Frank Leeper through my friend Josh Blair. We've got some really good stats and information from just the 17-year history of Fairfield Christian Academy football. And we'll tell you that here at the end of the third quarter. Kickoff takes a bounce at the 5 and rolls into and out of the end zone for a touchback. So the Knights will go on offense. Shu, you mentioned they had some good drive. The one really that sticks out was the one where they up tempo. They were no huddle, some quick passes here and there, and then it stalled out by a turnover.
Yeah, they had some positive things happen. Now you got to build on those and try to put together a drive that you can get some points off of right now. And part of the difficulty is GCC is a good defensive team.
Yeah, they are. Absolutely. I guess if you need something you need to pick up at halftime, you just head on over and cross the way to target. Tell you what, the line was long at the concession stand out by our production truck at halftime. Smelled good down there as well. 1st and 10 for the Knights. Couch out of the shotgun, looking for his man. He's got, big hit. The pass intended for Zach Price. We saw him haul one in earlier tonight, similar to that, across the middle, and he held on to it while taking a big hit. That one almost just didn't have a chance.
Yeah, he just found that spot in the zone, ran a little stop pattern there, Jared.
He's feeling that one too. He comes off the field for this 2nd down play. There have been some big hits tonight. 4 receivers out there, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Danny Blair back into the ball game. He stands to the left of Parker Couch. Couch back to pass. Has pressure over the middle, in and out of the hands. A little bit low. Trying to see the number on the intended receiver.
Number 5.
Eli Heron. We had a small window. Eli's had a good year receiving so far. But watch here. You'll see how small the window is, Jared.
Wow.
Yeah.
These guys know, too, when you go across the middle, there's going to be somebody waiting for you. Screen pass out. What a catch by Danny Blair. Gets out across the 20 to about the 24-yard line. But it is going to bring up a 4th down and 6.
Hard to find positive things when you go 3 and out, guys. But the one thing I will say, the offensive line did a pretty good job protecting on that series there. All 3 times, quarterback had plenty of time to throw the football. Defensive secondary just made some really good plays.
Yeah, that's a good point, Marion. They did. They did a much better job that time, giving him time to pass. TJ Blair gets the punt away, bounces at the 49, takes an FCA bounce. Going to roll all the way inside the 35, and it'll be stopped dead. Looks like the 32 is where the Eagles will go on offense.
Hey, you got 54 yards out of that punt. You'll take that.
Absolutely.
Flip the field.
So in that first half, we saw really good performance, not only by their quarterback, Dougie Housley, but also Caden Carroll. Really impressed with the running of Carroll.
He's a senior. Marion, described him as hard-nosed. He's just tough, too, Jared. Just plain old tough running back. Just doesn't go down by one little simple tackle.
Housley again works out of the shotgun or the pistol, with Carroll behind him. Here's Carroll on the handoff around the left side. Again, they run behind big number 70, Jaden Patterson, the offensive lineman of the year in the MSL Cardinal last year. And that's a big carry for a 1st down, but a flag is down. Get the call from our referee here.
Julius Palazzo.
Dead ball. Personal foul, number 68 on the defense. 15 yards from the end of the run.
So that's
going to be a 1st down.
That will add on 15 yards to the end of the play. He said 68. There's no 68 listed for FCA, but 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Housley again. This time gives it to the right side. Carroll going around across the 20 and finally knocked down at about the 19-yard line. TJ Blair on the stop.
Okay, they just overloaded the right side with 2 H-backs right there, Jared, behind the tight end, and just, they're playing power football, and that's what Coach Shaw wanted. This is what he wants to be. And I would say after watching him for, 2 quarters and a little bit right now, they are a power football team.
And just watching them, it's going to be tough for any MSL Cardinal team to stand with this team.
In our observation, we see most of those teams off and on during the year, and so we kind of know they're one of the better teams in this Buckeye Cardinal. The Mid-State Cardinal that we've seen over the years, in my opinion.
This time the give is to tight end Timlin, coming from the right side to the left. And Timlin down near the 10-yard line, thrown down at about the 11. Close to another 1st down.
And just big chunks, Jared. nothing like 75 yards, no big plays like that, but just 10, 12, 14 yards a chunk. I mean, it adds up pretty quick.
And the Knights doing the best they can to sub guys in to get some fresh legs, but when your roster is so small and you've got some guys injured, it's tough. 2nd down and 2 coming up for the Eagles. Housley drops the snap. The ball's still loose. It's going to be a scrum for it, and they're going to be fighting for it on the ground. Who has it? FCA says they do. It matters what the official says. And haven't seen a signal yet.
Yep.
Now they're saying Grove City Christian Football, but a big loss on the play.
Yeah, and that's what you need if you're FCA. You need them to make a mistake. Yeah, he just didn't catch the football.
I think that's one of the only mistakes we've seen him make all night.
He's been pretty doggone good.
So 3rd down and about 14 coming up for the Eagles. They get the call from the sideline from Coach Shaw, and look at the wristband. New running back into the ball game behind the quarterback. That is number 2, Giovanni Colton.
They're going to throw the football here, Jared.
And a whistle and a flag comes in. Encroachment on FCA.
Dead ball, encroachment on the defense, number 17. Still 3rd down.
See, dead ball fouls, penalties, you can clean up.
Yeah.
You can't really justify them, Jared.
Right.
You can clean those up with discipline, concentration, focus. That area of the game, both teams need to make sure that they clean that up.
So 3rd down and 10. Housley back to pass. Scanning the field, throws it left side and almost intercepted. Not sure who that was to, but a flag comes in right at the end of the play. Not sure what that one was either. So it's going to be offensive pass interference on the Eagles.
Offensive pass interference. That penalty is declined. Be 4th down.
So the Knights decline it. 4th down and 10 coming up for the Eagles. We'll see it here.
Yeah, it just didn't look right.
No receivers were even looking to the ball. The receiver that got called for the pass interference was out there blocking. 4th down. Housley has pressure, dumps it off to the 20-yard line. Inside the 20, going to be brought down short, well short of the 1st down. On the receiving end was number 10, John Gibson. Stop made by Hudson Harper of the Knights. That's a good stop for FCA.
Yes, real good. Good tackle there in open field. Just as we talked about them getting big chunks offensively, all of a sudden, they buckled down here. It's okay to bend, you just can't break.
Yep. Yeah, I'm looking over the game notes, Shu, that you had a chance to talk to both coaches, and so far, some of the things that Coach Pardon said, reduce penalties. They've had some tonight. Take better care of the football. They've had a turnover, so still some things to work on. And on the other side, I'll get to that in a minute, as here on 1st down, a big loss. Coming in to make the tackle is number 32. That's Anderson Oral. But Coach Shaw talked about establish an offensive identity running game. I think they've done that.
Yeah, they have. Like I said, they did not have that throughout the first 3 games, and tonight they've really shown that they can run the football.
Yeah. 2nd and long upcoming for the Knights. Backed up to their own 11, 12-yard line. 3 receivers to the bottom. 1 out to the top of the screen. Low snap. Couch picks it off the ground. And he hits his receiver. That's, again, number 18, Zach Price. Price is going to be a sore man in the morning. He is taking some shots.
And guys, wide receiver screens like that, they're such a timing type of play. And it's almost, the play's almost dead in the water when you have a situation where the snap rolls back to the quarterback. So this is a tough chain of events. Even when they have what they want as far as the defensive look, when you get a snap like that rolls back, not much you can do.
3rd down and 21 for the Knights. Actually, it's more than 21. Couch completes the screen pass. Out across the 10, still on his feet across the 15. Get to the 20-yard line. That's Danny Blair. Gets just past the original line of scrimmage. And it will bring up a 4th down. Give them a little bit more room here if they decide to punt, which probably going to.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to go for 10 yards that deep in your territory, regardless of score.
So T.J. Blair will stand at his 9-yard line, and waiting on the punt will be Austin Dahmer. End-over-end punt. Dahmer takes it at the 47. Dahmer breaks through one tackle across the 40, and finally going to be brought down by several Knights at the 36-yard line. Good starting position here for the Eagles upcoming. They lead at 28-0 with 6:19 to play in the 3rd quarter. Checking some scores from around the area. Tays Valley has pulled a little bit closer to Lancaster. It's now 21-14 Lancaster with that lead. Bloom Carroll and Amanda have a good ball game going. It's 21-10. Carroll on top of the Aces. Fairfield Union, how about this one? They lead Hamilton Township 20-3 in the 3rd quarter. Get to some other scores as we move along here in the second half of this game. Handoff this time. Big number 2, that's Giovanni Colton on the carry. And Colton rumbles forward across the 30-yard line. Nice. I want to see a replay of that. They say that they took the ball away. We'll have to see. Here it is. It's hard to tell where it came out, but T.J. Blair ended up with it. Now somebody loses a helmet. So he's going to have to come off the field for one play. The way the lights, you see the darkness in the stands. I read about this. The way that it's almost like Coach Parton said, it's almost like a movie theater feel.
Right.
Where the fans are sitting in the dark and looking out onto the
But when you have
fields.
those LED lights like this, I mean, you see it at Beavers Field, you see it at Carroll football field.
Yep, they shine straight down.
It's different, yeah.
1st and 10. Again, it's Giovanni Colton. This time he does fumble the football, and it's going to be recovered by the Knights. Number 0, that's T.J. Blair falling on it for the Knights. So 2 possessions in a row the Knights have held on defense. This time coming away with a turnover.
Well, you see the replay here, but this is what you want out of your team, Jared. You got to make sure you keep having the fight.
Yep.
And the will to just battle. Great job of just stripping it right there.
And we have a whistle and a timeout. I can tell you some more scores. New Lexington and West Muskingum have a good one going. At halftime, it's 24-21. New Lex on top of West Muskingum. Now knotted up, Lancaster and Tays Valley 21-21 in the 3rd quarter. Fairfield Union has extended their lead 27-3 on Hamilton Township in the 3rd quarter. Bloom Carroll still 21-10 over Amanda Clear Creek. It's Bern Union. Listen to this one. I'm not sure this is correct. I think this was opposite earlier. It says Bern Union 21, Rosecrans 7. South Gallia leads Fisher Catholic 28-7. That one early in the 3rd quarter. No score reported Millersport and Miller. Liberty Union leads Lakewood 27-14. So some good action going on around the area tonight. Coach Parton, I believe, called the timeout.
Yeah, I mean, if you need something to organize, rest, or whatever, you know, this is time to get it. I mean, don't save them. You can't take them home and use them.
Right. 5:04 to play in the 3rd quarter. We're scoreless in the 3rd quarter, but 28-0 GCC leads. Parker Couch out of the shotgun. He'll send Eli Heron in motion. Handoff right up the middle. I believe that's Danny Blair on the carry. That hole collapsed in a hurry. It was there momentarily. It was open long enough for him to get 2 yards. So 2nd down and 8. Clock continues to roll inside of 4.5 here in the 3rd quarter. Blair again stands to the left of Couch. Couch motioning for his man to go in motion. That's Eli Heron. Parker looking to pass. Wow, he threaded the needle with that
Sure
one.
did.
What a catch at the 28-yard line. On the receiving end. Oh, they're going to call it incomplete.
Yeah, back judge has it hitting the ground. Yep.
Let's see it here if we can see on the replay.
It reminds me of New York City traffic every time I hear that horn.
Yeah. It's a really good pass. Yeah. We couldn't see from that angle.
We don't have a good enough look there with that.
So it brings up a 3rd down and 8. Couch looking to pass again. Going to loft one deep down the middle of the field. There's a lot of contact there. No flag. And it was intended for Eli Heron right about the 50-yard line. On the coverage was number 6, Austin Dahmer. Coach Pardon not happy that there's no flag there. We'll see it again right here.
A little bit of contact, but I'm not sure that's worthy of an interference call, Jared.
Blair gets the punt away. Bounces straight up, and it's loose. Dahmer takes the pitch.
Yeah.
And he's still on his feet, finally brought down. But, wow, that's Coach Shaw not happy with that decision.
It's like, thanks a lot.
Yeah, John Gibson, fielded it and pitched it immediately, and that could have been disastrous for the Eagles.
It's like what you play in your backyard during Thanksgiving break, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
So the Eagles go back on offense, 1st and 10 at the 40 with 3:46 to play in the 3rd quarter.
That's the fun of all this on Friday night. We come to games all over places. You just don't know what you're going to see.
Yeah, that's true.
You have no idea coming in.
Housley again has Carroll back there. And what a pass.
Yes.
Hits him in stride. Austin Dahmer taking it to the house. That was a beautiful pass and catch.
That's about as perfect as you can throw.
Wow.
Hit him in stride in the hands.
Dahmer just took off down the field in a dead sprint, and Housley hit him.
Dahmer never got to show his ability to run much last year being a quarterback. And that's the one thing Coach Shaw talked about is he can run.
So watch this. He's at the top of the screen. He just took off.
Yeah, it's just a fly
dead
pattern.
Sprint,
yeah.
And then Housley hits him in stride.
I mean, it's about as nice as you get.
Hey guys, did I mention how impressed I was with Housley? Multiply that by about 10 after that throw. Holy cow. That was gorgeous.
So Slomovitz on to kick the extra point. Out of the hold of Dahmer, if he caught his breath. And it's up and good.
Just knocked somebody's headlight out in the parking lot, I think.
So 3:15 to play in the 3rd quarter. 35-0 GCC on top.
Jared, with that score, let's say tonight's second half scoreboard sponsor is Buckeye Lake Marina. If you're looking for a new boat, a great pre-owned watercraft, or a place to get parts for your boat, Buckeye Lake Marina has it all. More information can be found at buckeyeLakeMarina.com.
Knights still trying to find something that they can go to consistently on offense. I mentioned Danny Blair nursing a bad ankle. At this point, I think this is, as out of hand as this is, I think I'd just let him sit the rest out and heal that thing.
You know, sometimes, I will tell you this, though, once you get it hot and going, you're almost ahead to stay with it.
Yeah.
It depends on the player, too.
Right.
You know.
It also depends on, is there anybody that can go in for him? I know that
Exactly.
Stem started the game. He's been limping as well. So they've got Blair and Stem kind of limping a little bit.
Well, Stem's been at linebacker also having to take on
both sides of the ball.
on that line coming at him every play on defense. So, you know, he's been on the field for a lot of plays, Jared.
Slomovitz to kick it off. It is returnable. Be taken at the 10-yard line over on the far side. Trying to get out. That's TJ Blair. And he's going to be swarmed at about the 22-yard line.
Yeah, again, their kickoff coverage is outstanding.
It is. Yeah, because TJ's he's a playmaker.
Sure is.
He's got speed. But, man, they just swarmed to the ball. So 1st and 10 for the Knights. Wow, lots of pressure immediately and had to just pitch it away.
Yeah.
I think that was it Stem on the carry? Yes, it was.
Yeah, it's one of those.
And Couch got drilled after he let loose the football.
It's one of those, here, you take it. Watch. I mean, there's just no time. They're just blowing through, Jared.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
These guys are going to need ice baths tomorrow or tonight. 2nd and 11 upcoming.
Well, the key is what will happen in the 4th quarter. Hopefully you'll see some different people in the game.
Absolutely.
Not that FCA can put a lot of different in, but GCC will.
Couch looking to pass, pressure from the backside. Gets the pass away. It's incomplete, and Couch took a hard hit right as he let loose of the football. 75, that's Michael Hatfield. He came in from that backside of Couch and laid a big hit on him. Clock continues to roll, 1.5 minutes to go here in this 3rd quarter. Coming up at the break between the 3rd and 4th quarter, Marion has a special guest he's going to be talking to, Heather Keener down on the sideline, head of marketing and fundraising here at FCA. She'll talk to Marion about this beautiful new facility and all the great things going on here, not just tonight, but the whole school year at FCA. Couch passes over the middle, and the 10 receiver was TJ Blair, just overthrew him.
Well, I think the thing, too, is we look at their defensive personnel on the field, Jared. A lot of those players are seniors and juniors, and there is nothing like having a mature group of players on one side of the ball. I mean, you're not looking at freshmen and sophomores in the game.
Brings up a 4th down and 11. TJ Blair again back to punt. Austin Dahmer to receive it. And Blair just had to do anything he could to get it away, and it was blocked. Still loose on the field. And there was a scrum for it. GCC going to come away with great field position here. Here's the replay. Immediately, Blair saw pressure, so he decided to run a little bit and then tried to do the rugby-style punt. And right there, almost catching it off the foot, was Aiden Banks, but he was able to block it.
I think it hit Aiden in the chest.
I think you're right. Yeah, look at him. He's doubled over it. It did hit him right in the midsection.
Stomach or midsection, yeah. You don't expect that.
Will they get this play off before time expires? No, they won't. So we'll go into the 4th quarter with Grove City Christian up 35-0. And I believe we have a special guest down on the field with Marion Royster. I don't see him, but we're going to throw it down to him for an interview with Heather Keener. I think he's trying to get Heather ready here. I think he's ready to go. So let's go down to Marion, down on the field with Heather Keener, Director of Marketing and Fundraising here at FCA.
Thanks, Jared. Yes, here with Heather Keener, Marketing Communications with Fairfield Christian Academy. Thank you so much for taking a couple minutes with us.
Thanks for coming. It's great to have you here.
It's great to be here. I know it's been tough sledding for the Knights here tonight, but it's really been a celebration for the field. We were really excited to come to this game for the opening of the field. It's such an amazing time to be here. First and foremost, could you just maybe take us a little bit through kind of how things came to be, the original idea and what got you to this point?
Right. So, well, we have had a football team for quite a while at this point, but we were always renting space. We started way back in almost 20 years ago, not quite 20 years ago, but headed over to New Lex and played there, and then played at Miller Sport for a while. This field itself was leveled off and then seeded maybe about 10 years ago. So at that point, we were just kind of trying to get the area ready. 2 years ago, we got the turf in. So we've been using it for practice and then daytime games for 2 years. And this year, obviously, we finally put in the stadium seating and the lighting and could open for Football Friday nights. So it's been really a long time coming, but super exciting.
And you mentioned a few of the characteristics with the lighting, almost gives that theater type feel. The stadium's just amazing. Just how did you kind of land on, the uniqueness of the field? It already has a great view, so.
Quite honestly, it's because we're in the city of Lancaster. We're just right here in the center of a lot of stuff, so we have the special lighting that it's directional just on the field, and it has the uplights, so it gives you more of that, you're just in the room, and there's no light around. It's dark all around, and you're just almost when we're standing here, it feels like you're just in a room, with just natural light. And then the bleachers, because we just don't have a ton of space here, so we went with the stadium seating that is more upright, if that makes sense. Yeah, so you can see over the person's head in front of you. So we have, seating for 500, and nobody feels like they're not able to see the game, So even though we couldn't accommodate, we probably have 1,500 people here tonight, with seating. At least we feel like the folks that are in the stadium seating can have a good experience, So we had to maximize the space we had.
Sure. And you talk about experience. There is a special experience being, a high school student. I'm sure for the players, obviously, having home games, being a high school student, having those home games on your own, field and stadium, and then for the community as well. How's that excitement been?
It's been great. Today, because we had our field dedication at 5 o'clock, everyone kind of just stayed after school, and the band was practicing in the parking lot, and, everyone kind of just migrated over here, and we've never had that. We've always had the kids get on the bus, drive to the home field. All of the cheerleaders were over here practicing, and it just made it feel like our home. It's just great. So.
And you have such a growing school. You got so many great things going on here. I have to assume that the field can be used, almost as a recruitment tool to show, the others around the community this is a great place to attend, a great place to, seek education and have experiences like this.
Yes, we have always really tried very hard to make sure that students that come here don't feel like they're giving up other things that they really enjoy, right? So just so that they can be in a Christian environment. We want them to desire a Christian education, but also not feel like they're getting shorted out of things that they want to do, like marching band or football Friday nights or, any other number of sports and things like that. We still have prom, we still have homecoming, all of those things. But we have the Christian worldview built into our school, and all of our education is painted in that light, but again, trying not to make it so that anybody has to give up what it is that they enjoy, So yeah, this makes it so that the folks out there that football's their thing, now we have a home field, so we can have a regular great high school experience that feels like, oh, this is a home football game,
Last question, and I'll let you go. We don't have a name yet, an official name for the field, but they've been dubbing it the Rock, as they say. The Rock of the foundation. Being that strong foundation for the school and for the community. Any close to a name, or just maybe stick with the Rock? Any?
I mean, for now, we're just calling it Knights Stadium, home of the Knights. But I think Coach P likes to call it the Rock because he wants the guys to think, you build your house upon a rock, and then it doesn't wash away with the sand, So if we can try to, bring everything back to God's teaching, for people to, love this place and think of it as their home of the Knights, that makes us happy.
Excellent stuff. Couldn't be happier for you, the whole community. Thank you so much for your time, Heather.
Thanks for coming. I appreciate it so much.
Thank you. Back to you guys.
That's good stuff. Thanks, Marion, and thank you, Heather, for taking the time out to give us the interview. Really good perspective on everything going on here and how this came about. And here in just a moment, I want to read exactly what Mr. Leeper provided us about this program. And 17 years they've been a football program. Here's exactly what Mr. Leeper said. He says FCA football was started in 2007-2008 as a junior high football program, and they played a limited junior varsity schedule then as well. Parallel to the start of football was the start of the Fairfield Christian Academy Athletic Booster Club at the school. Success came very quickly for the team, as by 2010 season, just the second year as an OHSA program, the Knights went 9-0 and made the playoffs under then coach Dave Dobbenmeyer. FCA has had numerous all-league, all-district, and all-state athletes as well as coaches of the year since its inception. FCA joined the Mid-State League Cardinal in 2013. They've won league championships 3 times, including the past 2 years under coach Marcus Pardon. The Knights have qualified for the OHSA playoffs 4 times and won their first playoff game last year. Now, here's the interesting thing. Over the years, FCA has played home games at 5 different locations, which include Miller Park, which is no longer, Lancaster High School, New Lexington High School, Millersport High School, and even, get this, a stint at Grove City Christian. The brand new field and stadium has been a dream and a goal of many parents, athletes, coaches, and administrators for over 12 years. The bulk of the work, planning, and part of the funding has come from the families involved in the Fairfield Christian Academy Athletic Boosters Club over the past decade plus. And here's a quote from Mr. Leeper. He says, God answers prayers in his time, and we are all incredibly thankful for this answer of prayer. And we honor all of the parents, coaches, and players who had the courage and foresight to step up, start, build, and maintain the program and facilities that we have today. So, again, I want to say thanks to Mr. Frank Leeper, who's been a part of this program since its inception, and also thanks to Josh Blair, who got that information from Mr. Leeper, as we see TJ Blair coming off the field with assistance from Coach Pardon. So regardless of the score, just a special night here at Fairfield Christian to open this brand new stadium. They're going to have many Friday nights, maybe some Saturday nights under the lights here. And I really liked Heather's shirt. I don't know if you noticed that it said Nights Under the Lights to kick off this this brand new stadium.
No, you have to start somewhere, and this is a great start.
Yep.
I mean, like we said earlier, it's a great facility. To them to have a home and you feel like you're playing at home is much different than using another person's stadium, Jared.
And we have a whistle, and the ref is wanting the clock to stop, but we are in a running clock situation. I think maybe he's wanting.
Well, he's got an official over here on the sideline either. It's hard to.
TJ is they're trying to carry him back beyond the fence.
Yeah, good idea.
He was laying down, and there's not a lot of room between the sideline and the fence. They wanted to get him out of the way.
Yep.
And now we'll get play started. Pass is incomplete. Intended once again for Zach Price.
Just ran without the ball, Jared.
Yep. He's taken some hits tonight immediately as soon as he's caught the ball. So I'm sure that he's wanting to get out of there in a hurry as soon as he catches it.
Yeah, he's a good receiver. He's quick. He just ahead of himself there.
Couch pass is complete over on the far sideline, and a late flag comes in as a tackle was made and push out of bounds. Probably going to be a late hit here. We'll see.
Yeah, guys, I think they might have got Landon Sams on the late hit out of bounds.
Personal foul, Grove City Christian. Over 15 yards and a nice first down.
So personal foul moves them up 15 yards and a first down for the Knights.
Dead ball, personal foul against the defense. 15-yard penalty. First down.
He forgot to turn his mic off. That whistle definitely works. Wow. That's exactly what we were talking about there. The catch was made, but he paid the price immediately. On the reception that time, Caleb Grant, just a freshman. Wow, that one had to have hurt. Clock rolls down inside of 7 minutes. Here in just a little bit, we will get our players of the game for both teams. There's a handoff. Good little run here on second down up the middle on the carry for the Knights. That's Darian. Is that Hamill? Darian Hamill? I think it was.
Yep.
Bring up a 3rd down and 2 coming up.
Just a freshman.
That's a good run by Darian. Good hard run.
Hard run, yes.
Couch. Hands off again. Hamill again on the carry. And he's got a first down for the Knights. He runs hard as soon as he gets the football. He wants to show Coach Pardon something. He's doing a good job so far in those 2 runs.
Well, if you keep running like that, you're going to get it more.
Right. Going to earn himself some more playing time, I think. Couch moves Hamill to his right. 1st and 10. Parker back to pass, looking down the middle of the field. Fires one over the head of intended receiver Braden Stem, and Stem has to play defense there and bring down the interceptor for the Eagles. That's number 4, Colton Stanley. So the Eagles go back on offense, already leading 42-0. Let's go ahead and do our players of the game, Shu. First of all, let's go with the FCA player of the game first. Brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. Thanks to Larry Tipton and the crew for great food, great service, and the best sports viewing in town. It's all at Buffalo Wild Wings in the Plaza Shopping Center on North Memorial Drive.
Well, Jared, I think a guy that does a lot of things on both sides of the football field. He's quite active on the return teams and everything else is T.J. Blair. He's had a good night. Parker Couch has done an awful lot of good things, too.
Timeout.
Unfortunately, probably won't be able to get a shot of TJ. He got injured earlier, and they carried him beyond the fence line. But number 0, TJ Blair, is our Fairfield Christian player of the game, brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. Let's go with our Grove City Christian player of the game, brought to you by the Carriage Company, located at 1031 North Memorial Drive in Lancaster. Learn more at carriagecompany.com.
See, now I think this is tough. Because I think we've got a multi-purpose player. I think we've got a quarterback and a running back that have really been dominant tonight. And I don't know. I mean, it's so hard. But, obviously when you're successful offensively, it does start up front. But the play of the quarterback, for GCC.
Dougie Housley?
Yeah, I think Dougie's just been tremendous tonight.
I agree.
He hasn't made a lot of mistakes. He, Marion brought it up earlier, just the detail stuff that he does really well. And this was a kid that had to beat out the person who started last year still on the team. So
they're standing side by side right now.
And that's what makes them good right there.
Yeah. So congratulations, number 12. That's Dougie Housley, the player of the game, standing right beside Austin Dahmer, who was the starting quarterback last year for GCC.
But you know, Dahmer, I love what he does for the team, Jared. He just, like I said, he's a Swiss Army knife, and he can run, create a lot of things with his feet.
Going to let the play clock run down as much as possible. It's down inside of 5 now. They'll take the snap at 3, handoff right up the middle, and going to be wrapped up immediately. I believe 51, Tucker Harper on the stop for the Knights. Clock down inside. Right about 4:15 to play in the fourth quarter. There's a good look at the new quarterback into the game. That's Colton Stanley. He had the interception just a little while ago to give them the football back. Now he's playing quarterback for the Eagles. Wow, immediately hit after the handoff. Trying to get the number. These numbers are impossible to see. Here's a replay of it. Watch, you'll see the handoff, and then boom.
Yeah.
Almost immediately. Is it 52? 69, Lucas Brindley, just a freshman.
Yeah. Coach Barton mentioned him when we spoke about how he's really come along as a freshman, learning how to practice, prepare every day. It's tough for a 9th grader.
Absolutely. 3rd and long. Stanley rolling out, going to keep it himself. Stanley's got some speed. He's across the 40, midfield. Are they going to catch him? I don't think they are.
Nope.
He's down to the 20. The 10-5 touchdown, Grove City Christian. Colton Stanley.
Oh, he spiked it.
Uh-oh, that's going to draw a flag.
Yeah, you don't want to spike the ball in high school.
No. The freshman, Colton Stanley, with the long touchdown run. Put an exclamation point on it. Here's a replay. What's that go as? A 91-yard touchdown run? Or 90? It was on the 10-yard line?
That'll improve your rushing stats.
Yeah.
Tell you what, he did show some speed, Jared. Watch here. We'll keep it on.
Here's the flag.
They watch a little too much TV.
You don't see that too often in high school football.
No, they kind of know.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 4 of the offense after the touchdown. Penalty will be assessed on the kickoff, 15 yards.
So they will assess it on the kickoff, as you heard. We'll get you some scores from other games here after this extra point. Another stoppage here for something. Side judge from the near side coming in. He's going to make 54 leave the field. Must have had blood on his jersey or something, or missing his mouthpiece. I don't know.
Doesn't like pepperoni pizza, maybe. Who knows?
Extra point is up, and it's good. So under 2 minutes to play, Grove City Christian now up 48-0 over FCA. Here's some scores. New Lexington leads West Muskingum 24-21. That one in the 3rd quarter. It is Lancaster and Taze Valley all knotted up at 28 in the 4th quarter. Bloom Carroll stretches their lead over Amanda Clear Creek 35-10 in the 4th quarter. Fairfield Union leads 34-17 in the 4th quarter over Hamilton Township. It is South Gallia all over Fisher Catholic 35-7 in the 4th quarter. Byrne Union leads Bishop Rosecrans 28-14 in the 4th. Liberty Union leads Lakewood 40-21, that one in the 3rd quarter. And looks like that's it for now. Want to tell you that coming up next week, we're going to have a OCC Buckeye matchup between the Lancaster Golden Gales. They will host the Groveport Madison Cruisers. And I tell you what, Groveport is having a really good year. They've got some talent on that football team.
Yeah, they do. Off to a good start.
The Gales in a battle tonight down at Tays Valley, 28-28. Tays Valley and Logan are, especially Tays Valley, they're going to try to prove that they belong. Right away.
Yeah, and we talked about that 2 weeks ago when we saw them at Carroll, and they're going to be okay down the road.
Yeah.
They're going to be fine.
Well, I've seen their junior high team play 2 years in a row, both 8th and 7th, and they were really good. So they've got some talent coming up.
Well, next week it's a Route 33 game, you know, from between and Coach Schoonover and Coach Westcamp are neighbors.
How about that?
But they never talk about the game during the week. So longtime friends, and they both do an outstanding job and really have a great perspective, and really just like most coaches do at this level, Jared. You're doing it for a bigger reason than just the game that night.
49-0 the score here as GCC gets set to kick off to the Knights. The 15-yard penalty moved it back to the 25 to kick it off. Bouncing kick will be taken at the 45 and immediately down right there. And so FCA goes back on offense. Parker Couch trots out. Try to get some points on the board here. They've had a couple of good drives that stalled out with turnovers.
Again, like we said, they've done some good things tonight. It just hasn't been consistent enough.
Yeah.
And you know, that's part of coaching, trying to build consistency.
Trying to get their personnel correct as they come out for offense. Couch will again have Darian Hamill standing in the backfield. The pass is out and completed to Henry Roberts. Roberts fumbled the football, and it's going to be taken by GCC at the 42. So one of the things that Coach Pardon talked about was we need to protect the football, and they've just not done a good job of that tonight.
Not at all. But that, again, that is fixable.
Yeah.
And their effort's been good. I really feel like they've really competed and battled and fought, Jared, but just got a ways to go. And that, you know, here you are, you're in week 4, so you're not even halfway through the season. So you just got to pick up the pieces and go back to work Monday.
Right.
And what do they go to Fisher next week? So that'd be crosstown game next week. Big game.
Maybe if we can get real quickly the schedules again to see the remaining games for these two teams moving forward as we're down under a minute to play, and GCC going to kneel on it. There's FCA's remaining schedule.
Yeah, everybody's a league game except they, travel over to the river to see Martin's Ferry. But, go to Fisher Catholic, who's probably going to be 2-2 next week. They're so far behind now, I don't know if they have time to catch up. And then you play your league schedule, and there's not a team on there that they can't compete with.
Right. Check GCC schedule now, the upcoming games.
Again,
I just don't see much of a test.
I don't know who can challenge them. I don't see anybody on there. But, again, as a coach, I would never disregard anybody ever, because that's why you play the games.
Yep. So that's going to do it here tonight. The final score on the opening of the brand new field, 49-0. Grove City Christian beats Fairfield Christian. And I believe Marion going to try to get Coach Shaw as he comes through the line and
that'd be great.
Shakes hands. Yeah, you had good conversation with him this week.
He's a football lifer, man.
So as the coaches shake hands and hug, we'll see if Marion's going to be able to get them. I know that both teams will probably meet at midfield and pray after the game, but hopefully Marion can get a word with Coach Shaw. He's done a great job with this program, building it. I mean, the numbers just continue to go up, and they clearly have some skill over there, and they're well coached.
Well, again, like I told you a little bit of his history. I mean, he's 30-some years into coaching, and this is his third at Grove City Christian. He's been an assistant Really never, ever applied for a head coaching job. Really wasn't that interested. But when this came open, he's kind of like, I guess, But he said whether he was going to apply. But once he applied,
then he was definitely all in.
You have to be.
Yeah.
If you're going to coach, as you well know, you better be all the way in or it'll never work.
And I like what you said that he told you was that this is, I want to be here. This is
Absolutely.
not a stepping stone. I want to be here. I want to build this program. And clearly these guys have bought in for him.
Yes, and that's what you want in your programs. You want people that want to be there. Coach Pardon wants to be here.
Yeah.
He does the AD job too, because I asked him how's it going this week with all the ceremony and stuff. He kind of went, well, it's better than having a labor job, right? But meaning basically he was pretty busy.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
You try to get your team ready. You coach your players, but you also coach your staff, Jared. And it's just a lot to do. And then, the pomp and circumstance of the opening field, which it deserves. So
one of the cool things about these two teams, they always meet for prayer in the middle of the field. And one of the coaches, I believe, leads it, Coach Pardon out there, was talking to both teams. And they may wear shirts that say Holy War and beat FCA, beat GCC, but at the end of the day, they're going to tell each other congratulations and and have a lot of respect for one another. Shu, as we wait a couple more minutes to see if Marian's going to be able to get Coach Shaw, let's talk real quick about a preview of next week's game, Lancaster hosting Groveport Madison. What are your thoughts on that?
It's usually a rock'em sock'em robots game is what I call it. They're going to line up. Both teams want to run the ball. Both teams play very physical. And I know when I get a chance to talk to both coaches this week, they're going to just talk about the physicality and the line play, number one. And then you can't make mistakes, penalties and, turnovers, they'll get you beat.
Doesn't look like Coach Shaw is going to be able to come over for a post-game interview. Marian's still waiting, but they're going to go over with their team and celebrate with the band. And don't think he's going to come over. But just like with FCA here building this program, GCC has a beautiful facility that they built, turf field, and a lot of folks show up for those games. It's an event. You talk about it all the time.
Yes.
It's a community event, and a lot of folks come out for every game. And the band, it's not just the guys on the football team. It's the cheerleaders. It's the band.
Yep.
It's the student section, and it's a really cool feeling, and now especially for FCA as they get to do this on their own field that they can call their own.
Yeah, it's not a football game.
Right.
And as you said it best, it's a community event.
Don't think we're going to be able to get Coach Shaw as he's still talking to his team. Marian, let's go down to you. We don't have Coach Shaw, but tell you what, this is a GCC team that was ready from the start, and I think they're I don't know if they're going to be tested much in the Mid-State League.
Yeah, I don't know either, Jared. They've got a really strong team. We talked about how dominant the line was, their size, just, both on offense and defense. They're going to have a size advantage for most of the games they go up against, in that league. And then when you talk about, the three-headed monster, Housley, played incredible tonight. Carroll played really well. And then they play really good on the perimeter as well. So, they've really got a good thing going at Grove City Christian. Not to mention the defense. This is actually their third shutout of the season, guys. So they've been pretty dominant on both sides of the ball. Stubbed their toe last week. They had a tough one. I think the rain had certainly something to do, with what they were not able to do, I guess, and some of the mistakes they made. But they've been really impressive. And they, like I said, if they're able to continue to build on this momentum and some of the momentum they had earlier in the season, they could have some really good success this year.
Marian, great job tonight. It was a fun night opening this brand new facility. You got a good interview with Heather Keener, and I know it's always fun to be down on the sideline, but especially in a game like this where they open a stadium for the first time in 17 years. They have a place to call home.
Yeah, it's really cool. And I was saying earlier with Heather, those were some really special moments for me. You know, not only, you know, for me playing as a player to really defend your home field. It meant something for me when I played for the Heath Bulldogs to defend Swank Field. It was something that was special to me, and I know it was something special for all the students that were there. You know, the student section and everything you were able to do to have a place that's your own as a player, as a student. And I couldn't be happier for not just this school and these students, these players, but the entire community. It's a really special thing that they've been able to do what they've been able with this field. Put it together, 10 to 12 years in the making, but here they are. And even though the outcome tonight wasn't what they would have liked it to been, it's still a very successful night on the whole, and something they can really be proud of.
So once again tonight, your final score: Grove City Christian beats Fairfield Christian 49-0 on the opening of this brand new stadium. Up next for FCA, they will head across town to Fulton Field to take on the Fisher Catholic Irish. Last check, they were losing big tonight, 35-7 to South Gallia. And look at this. I think Coach Shaw is coming across. We'll go ahead and go with it. Marion's still there, and so we're going to get a quick word with Coach Shaw after his team won the game, I think, maybe. Marion's talking to him, so let's sit it down on the field to Marion Royster and Coach Ben Shaw.
Okay, here with head coach Ben Shaw. Coach, such an awesome performance tonight. You know, dominant performance. You said to my colleague Tim Shoemaker earlier in the week that you wanted to establish identity. You certainly did that. Dominant on the offensive side of the football. Ran the ball with purpose and force tonight. Carroll and company, they did a great job tonight. Was that something you wanted to do from the jump coming out tonight?
Absolutely, absolutely. We wanted to come in and establish the run game for sure, and be able to sprinkle in some big plays with the passing game. Getting some big plays out of the passing game today, some explosive plays, was a really big priority for us today too, because we haven't been much more than just a nickel and dime offense so far this year, and being able to hit a few big plays was really good, and it definitely helps break open a game, and it helps momentum and so.
Yeah, you certainly did that. Dougie Housley, I think about midway through the second quarter, I said he had played a flawless game to that point. Maybe had a mistake or two, but he played really well throughout the game. Pinpoint passes, ran the ball hard, and really had good decision-making. Can you talk about how important he's been for your offense?
Huge, huge. He is a technician. He takes his job extremely seriously, and he's a pleaser. He wants to do well. But everything we tell him about reading keys and read this guy to this, he does. And he also has big play potential. He loves making big plays, and he can do it with his feet, his arms. So he's really added another dimension to our offense for sure.
And shame on me. We've gotten this far in the interview, and I didn't talk about the defense. Your third shutout of the season. Again, just dominant on the defensive side of the football as well. Really didn't even let Fairfield Christian get into a rhythm. And when they did get in a little rhythm, you were able to create turnovers as well. How important was it for you, for your defense, to continue the momentum that they've had and try to take that into the rest of the season?
Huge. And doing it against this team is different than doing it against the other two teams. And Fairfield Christian has scored a ton of points on us the last 2 years, and being able to come in and not in a million years did I think a shutout, and to be able to get a shutout against this team is just an awesome thing. So super proud of that defense. Coach Hunley and his staff do an amazing job, so very cool.
You got a lot to be proud of, Coach. You got a heck of a team. I think you're going to have a lot of success this year, so best of luck to you. God bless.
I appreciate it. All glory to God for sure. Yeah.
Back to you guys.
Thanks, Marion. Thank you to Coach Ben Shaw for taking the time to talk to us. And once again, your final score: GCC beats FCA 49-0 on opening night of this beautiful brand new stadium. I want to thank our Interface Video Productions crew tonight: Bob Campetti, Donnie Ziegfeld, Dylan Panschel, Jim Spires, Tom Russo, Jason Roush, Josh Messerly, also Shane Messina, who helped us set up, and of course Beth Campetti back with us tonight doing stats. A wonderful night here, even though a losing cause for FCA. Just a great night at a great new stadium. Thanks to everybody who made it happen. Thanks to our entire Interface Video Productions crew, Tim Shoemaker, Marion Royster down on the field. Have yourselves a great night, everybody.
Interface Video presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Game of the Week, brought to you by Dagger Long, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, Fairfield Federal, Buckeye Toyota, Fairfield Medical Center, Buckeye Lake Marina, Personal Touch Party Rentals, Fairfield DD, North Body Shop, Fairfield County Adam H., The Carriage Company, The Savings Bank, Sheridan Funeral Home, and ExploreHawkingHills.com.